Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And in this corner, it's Zhu the Monster Khan. 175 centimeters. King Ryan Garcia, one of the most famous boxers the world over, the fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner,
from Beijing, China, introducing the acclaimed featherweight champion of the world, known as the Monster, Zhu Can. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Those counter punches have to hurt. Unlucky to miss with that jab. A perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Catch and shoot. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Do you believe this? Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Zhu Can in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the... Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Insane action. How about that time counter shot? That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
You find a swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jukan in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. That jab just missed with the left hand. That counter shot lands. That one lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. Good counter punch. Good counter punching. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jukan in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally. Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Big shot, and down goes Garcia. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Nice counter shot. A perfect counter shot. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Good one. Well done with that counter shot. Perfect punch. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Let's see how the... Here he we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? There's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Counter shot lands. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Nice counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. That's another scoring shot. Perfect, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously...
Let's start the 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. Perfect counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter shot. That punch lands. Throws the jab, but does not score. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are... Here we go, it's round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. How did they survive that?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at this.
Whoa, Johnny. Are we about to see Ryan Garcia? And the kid goes down. shot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow.